Happy Wednesday, Wolves. Today is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024.
My name is Chelsea.
And my name is Nima.
Students and staff wishing to join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, please stand and face the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to April, everybody. We hope the start of spring has been going well for all of you.
Let's get started on this week's announcements with sports. Today, girls golf has a match against Foothills Golf Course at 11:30 against multiple schools.
Also tonight, girls lacrosse has a game against Arapahoe at LPS Centennial Stadium set to start at 7 p.m. Moving tomorrow, girls soccer takes on Arapahoe at LPS Centennial Stadium set to start at 7 p.m. as well.
Tomorrow, girls tennis has a match against Mullen at Mullen High School starting at 3:45. Swim dive also face off against Mullen tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the Grandview Pool.
Baseball has an away game tomorrow against Valor Christian. This game starts at 4:15.
Closing out on Thursday, boys volleyball has a game against Littleton Public Schools at Arapahoe High School at 6:30.
Moving on to Friday, baseball takes on Boulder in a home game after school at 4:15.
Before we wrap up this week of sports, make sure to stop by the Grandview Gym at 6:30 this Friday for the boys volleyball game against Valor.
Let's show some spirit, Wolves.
Let's take a break from sports and take a look at our first feature for this week.
If you didn't get a chance to catch the Masterworks concert last week, Valet and I made a recap video to tell us all about it. Let's check it out. Last Wednesday, our performing arts hosted the Masterworks concert. This concert has not happened for the past 6 years due to the pandemic, and its challenging music is something that Grandview takes pride in performing.
The masterwork gets its name because it's a longer work. Typically, anything that's over 20-25 minutes in length kind of gets that masterworks delegation. But this one's about 48-49 minutes and 12 movements. So that's what makes it the masterwork.
It's been very hectic. It's been a lot of practice every hour, hour and a half during class, and then we had 2 after-school rehearsals involving everybody.
We have been working on these pieces since like January or February. We've just been working it nonstop.
This concert contains a song with 12 languages and 12 unique cultures being sung that really make this concert special.
I think that the Masterworks performance is so important because it just expresses and shows so many different cultures and languages, and personally I really love learning new languages and singing songs in them, so it's just really cool because of that.
I think it's Polynesian is what the song is, and we have these people who are performing and saying this chant as we sing for them, and it's their cultural chant, and I think it's just so beautiful.
Well, it's actually really important because our choir teacher, Mr. Drown, he is retiring, and so this is really his last major choral concert.
Well, I think that the Masterworks is always a fun way to put everything together. And so as I get close to retirement here, as I think back, a lot of these Masterworks performances over the years, we try to do one every 3 years. They've been some of the more memorable concerts that I've got to direct. So it's kind of fun to go out on a bang, I guess.
Thank you, Mr. John, for conducting this concert and your contributions to Grandview's performing arts. This is Nima and Valet signing off for GVTV.
Did you get a chance to see the Masterworks concert?
Yes, I did. It was awesome.
All right, moving on, let's talk about prom.
A walk down memory lane is this year's prom to remember on April 13th from 8 to 11 p.m. Tickets will start selling online on April 17th. Scan the QR code on the screen to get your tickets. Your school ID is required for entry.
Although I'm super excited for prom, the after party has been canceled. Let's send it to Josh to tell us some more about that.
With prom coming up and the news of the after party being canceled for the first time, Grandview students' reactions to this announcement were one to hear.
I mean, it's sad for the people that were looking forward to it.
It's unfortunate for the people planning on going.
Yeah.
Have to replan.
I think that it's a super fun event for people to go to after prom to just celebrate.
I was actually really disappointed because I actually really wanted to go to that. Since it's my junior year, I still have senior year, but I know last year it sounded so fun. They went to Boondocks and stuff.
Well, you think this would just affect the students? Teachers, too, had stuff to say about it.
And that's a huge bummer, especially for seniors. It's your last year. Prom is always so much fun. It's great. And then the celebration, it keeps you safe. super fun. I always had a good time at my after prom parties, so it's kind of it's a big downer that we don't get to experience that.
I mean, the prom is fun and all, but after prom sounds a lot more fun.
It's probably sad for some people to not be able to go and do that, especially if they did it last year, and this year it could be a tradition for them.
This is Josh signing off for GVTV.
It's a bummer that the after party is canceled this year. Maybe we'll be back next year though.
Let's finish off sports for this upcoming week and weekend.
There are a lot of events on Saturday, starting off with a swim and dive invite versus Arapahoe at Arapahoe starting at 9 a.m.
Girls soccer takes on Chatfield at Legacy Stadium at 10 a.m. and boys lacrosse takes on Cherry Creek at 10 a.m. at the Sutler Bowl.
Baseball has a home game against Arvada West at 10 a.m. as well.
Finally, there is a track and field meet versus Northfield all day. The location is still to be determined, however.
Moving on from the weekend, girls tennis takes on Greeley West at Grandview Tennis Courts right after school at 3:30.
On Tuesday, girls tennis has another match against Overland, also at the Grandview Tennis Courts. This match is set to start at 3:45. Baseball has an away game against CT at 4:15, and boys volleyball has a home game against Cherry Creek at 6:30.
Closing out sports, girls soccer has a game against Mullen at Legacy Stadium set to start at 6.
Do you remember when you were an incoming freshman and had an upperclassman show you around the school?
Yeah, that helped me a lot with my nerves coming into high school.
Well, Valet and Jake made a video about Link Crew. Let's send it to them to hear out more.
High school can be a scary time, especially for our freshmen. But it doesn't have to be. Miss Mullenberg and Miss Taylor look to provide support for the transitional period from middle school to Grandview.
Link Crew is a way to welcome in our incoming freshman classes and to make them feel like they are part of our one pack.
A lot of research shows that when freshmen feel connected to their school right away, they actually succeed and perform better in high school, and they stay in high school. We are looking for students who are rising juniors and rising seniors. So for next year, if you're a junior or senior, we would love to have you apply. We also really want students who are passionate about Grandview. You want to be involved in something school-wide that maybe doesn't take all year, but it's a more limited commitment, but it's a really important commitment.
The Monday that typically most students have off, we ask our Link Crew leaders to come in and help us welcome in our freshman class. And there is one-day training the week before that.
Link Crew is not only a positive experience for our Link leaders, but also for our freshmen.
They were really welcoming, and it was just a great introduction to high school, and it was really like a way to ease into high school without it being super stressful.
I think being a Link Crew leader was pretty fun. It was nice to meet the little freshmen and tell them all the things that I wish I knew, because I just gave them the inside scoop of Grandview.
If you're interested in becoming a Link leader, applications are on the Grandview website through April 19th. This is Jake Chow and Valet Kelker reporting for GVTV.
If you're interested in becoming a Link leader, apply now.
Let's go over some quick announcements before we sign off.
Umba United has a meeting right after school in U220 on April 9th. Everyone is welcome to join.
Sources of Strength has a meeting after school today, U124. Join them for a sticker design contest.
Optimist Club is hosting a backpack drive. Bring any new or used backpack that is not torn for donation in U306 by the end of the school year for the Ute Tribe Optimism Club.
Lastly, please donate to the NHS blood drive on April 18th from 9:30 to 1:30 p.m. Every one blood donation can save 3 lives. To make an appointment, scan the QR code on the screen.
That's pretty much it for this week's announcements.
We are one pack.
Go Wolves!